Now Larry is going to be hosting a radio show, creating the whole thing. I was thinking we can write down the rules, regulation, terms and conditions of the Church of the Living, for example. Send those regulations, rules, and the purpose of the church, worshiping the living things, for example, and get the silent acquiescence from the corporation in 6 months. A big town hall here in Spain, you get the town hall silent acquiescence in 6 months. You send the proper notices to the town hall, basically claiming the right to your inalienable rights, which freedom of all the freedoms that we have and all the God-given rights, and they cannot answer. That means yes from the corporation. We're going to have which means we're going to get the permission without asking for permission. We're going to just set up the rules and regulations, send them, have all that through certified mail, all the paperwork done, and with that we can add Larry's radio station with all our news, our products, our services. Instead of using no Spanish ID, no UK, no Germany, we use an ID of a living man or woman, which, for example, this common law passport, which now we know is working. Also, these guys from the common law, they notified quite a few countries and let them know that they are issuing passports. So the corporations already know. That's why it's probably working. I don't know. Anyway, point is that I think the good things are in motion. Next 10th December, we're going to try and start planning writing down rules and regulations and talking about how are we going to put this in motion. And ideally, in 6 months, we should be able to have all the paperwork done, the corporation notified, the town hall in Malaga, Estepona, anywhere, all Andalusia, ideally, all Spain. We would just send the notices to or at least Andalusia. Point is, anyway, on the other hand, I met a broker who deals with foreclosed properties from the banks, which means that I was researching this for a few years, and he just showed up at my shop in Fongirola. So he sells basically properties that have been foreclosed by the bank. They belong to the bank. Bank is a corporation, so that's talking about land expropriation. What the government does is this land expropriation, which is doing all over Spain, all over the world. They do that. They declare some place that is for some reason, ecological or whatever reason, they declare that place is now going to be usable. No. See you next time.
See you soon. Yeah. Thank you.
Drive carefully.
Yeah.
Lovely lot to take care.
Bye. Point is, we're going to do the same what the government does to take the land out of the living men and women, kind of in the same way, but we're going to take it from the bank. Obviously, to actually expropriate a piece of land, you cannot just go anywhere and live there if there's a man or a living woman behind it. But if there's a corporation, you just take it. And the problem with this kind of, that is in the old days, I've done that my auntie did it 50 years ago. I've done it in Uruguay. Spanish civil law is the same.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you from Uruguay?
Uruguay, yeah, I was.
It's probably in there. I'll tell him.
Country is really completely now precisely because of this procedure.
Yeah.
It was expropriating all the land, the farms.
Yeah, they take the land. Yeah, that's it. Well, we can do the same. I've done it. My family's done it. Here in Spain, it's possible as well to do it. In 10 years, civil Spanish law says that if you there are a few conditions, but basically, if you live peacefully for 10 years in a property, you get along with your neighbors, and you take care of the property. Then you just go to the courthouse, file some papers, and input some receipts, some evidence that you've been living there peacefully, a couple of witnesses, and then there's a trial. Probably it will take a few years, but eventually they will give you the property. That is called. It doesn't matter how it's called anyway. That is one way. But you can't. The first thing is what property you are able to take without causing any harm or loss to a living man or woman. Which that's why the bank and this. But the point here, this part is difficult because I guess we're going to have to pay the fee to the broker because we're going to take the properties that the broker is selling. We're going to take them for free. Obviously, somebody has to go and live there. You cannot just have a property and empty property. The only way to have that property is actually living there. And so, but we have to sit down with the broker and say, okay, so show me that. I told him I'm buying a farm ideally. I told him, show me a few farms. So he's going to show me a few farms, but it's just a matter of sitting with the broker and presenting the situation. I want this land for this reason for free. I'm going to pay for this one. I'm not going to pay for this one. This one is going to go there. How much you want for this one, this one, this one, and this one? I don't know. It's just a matter of negotiating with the broker. But now we have the possibility to identify land where we can take back to the living man or woman that the bank already took from them. Anyway, that was I think that's really good. And what else? What other news? I know. I'm helping a guy with a 140,000 euro fine and 8 months in prison. That's going to be a good precedent if it goes well. He spent 5 years with a lawyer. Lawyers are
liars.
No.
They are.
I'll see you,
Yeah, poor thing. He spent 5 years with a lawyer, and he ended up with a sentence of 8 months in prison and 140,000 fine. And so now we're going to. He discharged the lawyer, and for some reason he found me. I don't know how. Anyway, point is, we're trying to get rid of the fine, 140,000 euro fine, and no prison time. If that works, it means that the time I spent researching, it was good intel. It wasn't bullshit. So, but still, the trial I have in Fuengirola with a multinational company is still there. Point is, all the theory hasn't proven right so far. A few trials, experiences in here and there, but nothing concrete. I haven't got concrete evidence that this is going to work, but we're getting close to I don't know, something good. Yes, yeah, that's it. Thank you. But yeah, that might be good. If that, yeah, go ahead.
Will be, as I said before, I'm from Venezuela. I got the Spanish citizenship. What about if I disconnect from the system, which will be my situation, because they can also
Venezuela.
alegar, no?
No problem.
Say like, you are not in your country anymore.
You'll be
So they
finished.
say, go out. You know what I mean? So
Yes, we don't have to. We can operate